Mariucci, first period action, the University of Minnesota and Colorado College. Now, there has got to be no more excited of a hockey dad on this Hockey Day Minnesota than this guy. This is Mike Rau, Kyle Rau's dad, of course, the freshman stand-up. But your son, Chad, recently called up for the Minnesota Wild, makes his NHL debut in a matter of hours. What is going through your mind right now?
We're really excited for him. He's worked so hard, and it's just a great honor. We're just really excited to go down to the game tonight.
So both your wife and yourself are here for this game. What's the game plan in making it over to the X in time?
Well, we're thinking if we leave about 7, we'll be okay. So it's Hockey Day in Minnesota is great, and what a great day for this, because with the 5 o'clock start and the 8 o'clock game, it's perfect. So
it could not be more perfect for the Rau family. So for hockey families watching out there, here you've got a guy playing in the WCHA. You're about to have another son make his NHL debut. What's your best piece of advice for raising successful hockey-playing sons and daughters, for that matter?
Well, it's just so they have fun. I mean, that's the biggest thing. We've just wanted them to be happy and have a good time, and Chad had a great experience at Colorado College, and Kyle's just loving the University of Minnesota, so it's great.
Well, have a ball tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, that is the dad, Mike Rau. What a cool night, huh, guys?
Hard to top that.
Absolutely. So fun to hear, too. And you know what? With both Rau brothers, they've deserved everything they've ever had. And as Mike said about having fun out there, and you cannot teach the competitive spirit that the Raus have. You can teach X's and O's, you can teach crossovers, backhands, forehands, whatever you want, but you can't teach their competitiveness, and that's an awfully proud night for a proud parent, and very well deserved.
Chad, as he mentioned, played his college hockey for Colorado College. Great career there. 140 points in 4 seasons with the Tigers. Been called up earlier this season by the Wild, but did not get a chance to dress in a game. And what better day to make your debut than Hockey Day, Minnesota?
Very fascinating matchup to watch because it features 2 teams very close in the standings now, and it's a father-son matchup that's going to be a little bit derisive. This is going to be a tough one on this particular family. Marnie Gellner with more now on the matchup of the Guentzels.
That's what happens when you beat me on the rink for practice. You get hot, you score a goal.
The sport of hockey is inevitable when you grow up Guentzel.
Good boy, Helgi.
Dad Mike is now the associate head coach at Minnesota, but back at Greenway Coleraine High School, he was also a 4-year letter winner in football and baseball. As a senior, though, Mike knew his future would be on ice.
Took my first college visit to the University of Wisconsin, which was actually the first time I'd ever been out of the state of Minnesota, first time I'd ever been on an airplane.
After several other recruiting trips, Mike's last visit was to Minnesota.
Neil Broughton was my host, and we watched the Gophers and had a good time, and I knew when I left that this is where I wanted to go to school.
Mike played 4 seasons for the Gophers from 1981 to 85. He was a senior captain and scored 87 career points. In 1985, Mike married his high school sweetheart, Sally. When it came time to start a family, Mike knew what he wanted.
But I really wanted boys. I really wanted a boy. I mean, the pressure of the first one, when we had Ryan and we had a boy right away, I was like, wow, pressure's off. And then all of a sudden we have Gabe, you know, a year and a half later, and it's like, geez, this is great. And then we took a little break, and then we have Jake, and so now we got a hat trick of players.
The oldest Guentzel boy, Ryan, is 25 and playing in Europe. Gabe is 23 and a senior at Colorado College. Jake is a 17-year-old junior at Hill Murray High School. Growing up, the boys spent a lot of time playing outdoors on Colby Lake in Woodbury.
It was kind of a competition between us 3, you know, especially my older brother. You know, when we were playing games with other people that were out there, you know, who was going to get the most points or something, or who would have the best stick handle around somebody. You know, as he started to grow up, he got better, and it started to become more kind of competition with him.
I think I started when I was 7 or 8, maybe. I played with Gabe and Ryan at Colby, just one-on-one battles in the corners and stuff, which was always fun. I always have a competition with that, which helped me get better a lot.
They wanted to go to the rink. I didn't have to open the door, put their skates on their shoulder, and say, go out and skate, and we'll see you in 4 hours. Those guys wanted to. I mean, we have to go up and get them and tell them to come home and eat, and that was a good thing.
As the boys grew, so did Mike's coaching resume. He was an assistant at Minnesota from 1994 to 2008. That was the year Gabe chose to begin his career at Colorado College.
You know, he came out and moved me into my my dorm there out at CC, and you know, when he was there, he quietly interviewed for the assistant job while he was there.
When Mike was offered the job, Gabe was less than thrilled.
Gabe's like, Dad, I did this on my own. I want to play. I want to be on my own. I want to do my own thing. I don't need you looking over my shoulder and on my rear end every day.
2 days later, Gabe had a change of heart. He called his dad to give him his blessing, and the father-son spent one season together in Colorado Springs. The next year, Mike moved on to a USHL job in Des Moines and then spent 1 year as a Nebraska Omaha assistant before returning to the Golden Gophers. That sets up this interesting weekend with Dad on the Minnesota bench and Gabe in his senior season with the Tigers.
He's been on me about it all summer. You know, we're going to come in January. He's going to sweep us.
The ground rules was set right away that as long as you finish one spot behind the Gophers, we'll all be happy. It's good for Mom, it's good for Dad, it's good for the family.
As a junior at Hill Murray, Jake has a bright hockey future and has yet to commit to a college. Gabe will graduate with an economics degree this spring from CC. Ryan earned his finance degree while playing at Notre Dame. Yes, growing up Guentzel meant that hockey was inevitable, not to mention invaluable.
It's always been our main thing growing up, just watching everyone play. It's always been our favorite thing and what we always wanted to do.
The camaraderie and how close it's brought us together, it's been phenomenal.
The sport has helped define who they are. It's helped prepare them for the next phase of their life. And as parents, I don't think we could ask for anything more. The game has been good to them. It's been good to us, and it's been great to us.
Former Wild great Wes Wall's with us, and when you watch the Guentzels, first of all, you have to think about Sally, the mom, in this. And really how impressive the home has held up, considering she has 3 guys shooting pucks all over the place.
No kidding. Well, she's probably cleaned up a lot of glass and fixed a lot of holes in the Guentzel home over the years. But tremendous story. It's not a coincidence that the Gophers have been as good as they have this year with Mike Guentzel back on the staff. I've heard nothing but unbelievable things about him as far as recruiting and teaching these defensemen how to be very responsible for their games. And it's to have 3 young boys there, and Jake, I know, plays at Hill Murray. He's leading their team in scoring right now as a junior, which is very, very impressive. And he might be the best of the 3, and we haven't really seen much of him yet.
Isn't that something?
It's a 1-0 Colorado College lead at Mariucci Arena over the Golden Gophers. I'm Marnie Gellner with Nick Dineen, who is the goal scorer for the Tigers. Boy, those first 2 periods, I'll tell you what, that's entertaining hockey. And Minnesota is giving you guys all you can handle right now, yet you are sitting here with the 1-goal lead.
Yeah, they're playing well. It's a great 2 periods. Both teams are playing hard, but our goalie's playing excellent right now, and we need to take it to them in their D zone a little bit more here in the 3rd period.
No question. Kudos to both goaltenders and the defensive core, I think, too, for both teams, because the offensive opportunities have been pretty they've been almost outstanding at times for both teams. So you guys have been managing to keep each other off the scoreboard.
Yeah, definitely. We're 2 offensively minded teams with a lot of skilled players, and we both like to play at that end of the ice, so it's definitely been back and forth.
Good luck to you, the 3rd here, Nick.
All right, thank you.
There's Nick Dineen, the goal scorer so far for Colorado College. 2 high-scoring teams. We've scored 1 total goal so far through 2. We'll be back at Mariucci Arena right after this.
Let's send it down to the ice right now. Marnie Gellner is standing by with the guy that scored the game-winning goal for CC, Tim Hall.
Well, Tim, it was a low-scoring game until the last minute and 17. Let's begin with just the way this game ended. Minnesota scores. You guys answer back after a very well-played game. It was kind of a hectic, crazy finish here today.
It really was. It was a defensive battle for almost the entire game, and they tied it up at the end, and luckily we were able to answer right after that.
In the replay of your goal, you're just kind of banging around. You're on the ice, just reaching with the stick. What did you see in the middle of that scrum?
Well, I saw Patterson poke the puck out, and I was kind of, I got a D-man kind of tied up all over me, and I was just banging my stick, and luckily my stick found the puck, and I was able to put it in the back of the net.
So the final score ends up being 2-1, but it was 1-0 for a long time, and these are 2 of the highest scoring teams in the country. Is this anything what you expected to see here tonight?
I didn't think so. Both of us like to run and gun and get a lot of chances, but I think that's a testament to the goalies tonight. They played great. Josh played great in goal, and we were lucky to pull it out in the end.
No question about it. And what does this say then about tomorrow's finale?
It's going to be a good game, and I think it's going to be another defensive battle. Both teams are working hard out there.
All right, Tim, thanks and congratulations tonight.
Thank you.
Tim Hall scores the game winner for Colorado College, and he says he expects another defensive battle between these high-scoring teams tomorrow night. We'll find out then.
Thank you, Marnie. Obviously disappointing getting beat off